Welcome back to another recap. Siegfried Cup 2024 is finally over, and today I want to show you the gameplay between Maxime Vachier-Lagrave and Ding Liren in the last round of this tournament. So Maxime was playing with white pieces. He was on a streak of 25 games draw. Imagine, the guy played 25 games straight, all draws. And of course, he wants to win. After all, he's not playing for a draw every single game. He's trying to win, but unfortunately, his very solid play didn't let him win, didn't let him lose. And here we go. He was playing against Ding Liren, who was not having a successful tournament till this point. And look, in just around 3 months, 4 months, 3 months, yeah, World Championship match. We will see Ding Liren facing Cash, but I'll talk about it later in this video. So knight a5, bishop c2, c5, knight d2, g5. So once again, the game I analyzed yesterday had the same absolute thing, g5, and I assume it's just very popular these days, like this h6, g5, early castle, knight h5, h3. So the idea here, knight g3 takes, right? So there could be some, on beginner level you could play c4 and oh no, my pawn, but then you would have won a bishop because that's a pin. Of course, those are grandmasters playing, that would have never happened. Rook b8, but as we saw, Dean blundered checkmate against Magnus in Norway chess. Rook b7, knight h2, knight f4, knight g4, and now knight reroutes itself to e3. So g4, and Dean is trying to attack. He has his ideas, he might potentially go for f5, get his other rook to g7 or h7 and try to open up basically one of the files on the inside. But Maxime just plays h4, which might look like a risky move considering that after knight g6, this pawn is kind of under attack, but after knight d5, knight h4, there is f4 and white have strong initiative. Rook, potential f takes e5, if en passant, just take, queen f3, and knight f6 is coming, this king is not castled. Yeah, I mean, black are still kind of safe, but the only move to hold here is queen g5, which is kind of insane. But okay, let's just skip this part. Queen e1. So now again, letting this take on h4, and if basically knight h4, f4. But again, that wasn't played as Dean went king f8, which is a mistake. And now after f3, Maxime basically wants to open f1 and create threats against the king. c4 takes. Actually, I'm not sure about d takes c4. Computer thinks knight d5 was actually a more precise option. And let's say after c takes d3, bishop d3, there are just a bunch of troubles. Let's say bishop e6, yeah, just f4, and apparently white are dominating the game. So, but after c4 takes, knight c4, so Dean is suddenly creating some counterplay. He's still quite solid on both sides, and b4 was played. Takes, queen f3, no en passant on this side, but alright, you can tell en passant is forced. Bishop g4, and now queen f2. So still keeping an eye on the skins, kinda, keeping an eye on this side of the board. Because look, you gotta play, you see this position, and you gotta create weaknesses on both sides. So you wanna, it's like in football, you possess the ball on the one side and then boom, and on the other side then counter-attack and boom, goal. And that's exactly what happens here, a4. So Maxime is playing on both sides. He's playing on this side and he's playing on this side. Rook e8, bishop d1, rook d7, a5, knight f4, bishop a4. So look, bishop was doing nothing on d1, but a5 and knight f4, babam, and now the point is pin. And Maxime at least wins an exchange, at minimum. Knight d3, queen b6, trying to trade queens off the board right now. Rook e6, bishop d7, queen d7, queen a6, and now it turns out, black potentially can go rook g6 and bishop e2, create threats around the king, but in reality, if white play well, and the game is about to be finished like in 4 moves, bishop e2, rook f5, rook g6, threatening this bishop on g3, Maxime simply protected king h2, d5, and after... Oh, look, also d5, look. Simple trick. It's sometimes, you know, it's easy to miss. You play takes d5. I mean, there's rook obviously behind, but just as an example. And bam, you can miss it easily in bullet or blitz. But Maxime plays precise rook g5 move, and here Dean admitted his loss. And let me show you the standings. So after 9 rounds of play, Alireza Firouzja is the winner of first Grand Chess Tour 2024, second winner of Sinquefield Cup 2024, and he also won Blitz and Rapid portion of this tournament. Guys, I know, Alireza is on fire. What a tournament for the youngster. Fabi finished 5.5, Maxime finished third with 8 draws and 1 win. And then Nadirbek with 5 points. They're both tied for basically third place. And as you can see, Anish Giri finished last, Jan and Dean at 3.5, Wesley, Lukash and Prague. Prague and Lukash haven't lost a single game. They both did draw 9 games. So good tournament overall. And as you can see, look, Alireza, Nadirbek, Prague, Lukash. That's all the younger generation, and they are basically 4 out of 6 first. You know, younger generation is coming for the old guys. You know, back when I started, you know, some of the names were Fabi, Magnus obviously, Jan, Karyakin, all this top Rishuk. But now, I mean, we see new names, and we'll see a couple of new names very soon in the top tournament, so stay tuned. I'll see you in next recaps. Bye bye.